Hello, Enrage here, and I'm gonna be playing Subway Exorcist Girl, which is another roguelite visual novel like that Love Internet Murder Magic game, but I'm hoping this one will be more interesting than that one was. That one was unfortunately a little boring. I'm gonna add my game audio source to this, and we're not just sitting here silently. Would help if I clicked on it. Yeah, there we go. Well, I guess I'm just gonna dive into the game then. New game. Anti-black screen. Unable to detect your language. Are you a Chinese user? No. No, I'm not. Please exit to the title page, reselect your language, and start a new game. The language is still not detected. Okay, well. It was in English. English. New game. Next, let's start the gameplay tutorial. After entering a car, your main goal is to walk to the right continuously, find the abnormalities in the car, and figure out how to eliminate them. You can use WASD arrow keys to control the character's movement. Now try moving to touch a ghost fire in the car. Okay. Okay, I touched it. Did I not touch it? Oh, there we go. When you touch the ghost fire, you can collect it. In the upper right corner UI, the number of ghost fires you collected will be displayed. You'll learn their uses later in the game. Gotcha. Did you notice the number? Yeah, I did. I'm not stupid. Next, let's learn how to interact. Press the Z key on the keyboard or J to interact. So Z or J. Pay attention when you get close to an interactable object, an icon will appear like this. Try to get close to the puppet in the car and then interact with Z or J. I'm gonna collect this here ghost fire first of all. How do I collect it? Give me the ghost fire. There we go. Okay. I'm not... Is this the puppet? There we go. I gotta get closer. You have successfully interacted and placed a talisman on the puppet. Well done. You can interact with any object that shows the icon above, but usually you must be close enough. Okay. I guess that exercised it or whatever. I do not like that. The yellow icon shows how many talismans you have. Regular talismans, also known as exorcism talismans, are the basic way to drive away your evil spirits. When you place a talisman, the number of your talismans will decrease. If you run out, you won't be able to perform an exorcism. Good job. Now you've placed a talisman on the evil spirit of the car and completed an exorcism. There's only one evil spirit that needs a talisman in each car. Once you finish the exorcism, you can move on to the right and enter the next car. Gotcha. To explain the use of other talismans, I have made the puppet appear again on the right. Usually there will not be two abnormalities that you need to exorcise in a single car. Okay. I gave you a thunder talisman. You can obtain it in the game some way. There are thunder, fire, and invisibility, 3 types of special talismans. When you press the shift key, you can switch the type. Okay. There, I switched. You don't need to get close to the puppet, just trigger it directly. Oh. You want to use the Thunder Talisman directly? Yes. Wow. Alright then. Cool, right? Different talismans can be used for different situations. Use them cleverly. You'll discover more uses for other talismans as you explore. But please be careful. Usually, switch the talisman to the yellow regular. Okay. That way you won't accidentally trigger a thunder talisman when you try to interact with something normally. Yep. All abnormalities in the car have been cleared. Yeah. Yada yada yada. This game is made with RPG Maker MV, so there might be some limitations in operation or expression. This is due to the engine's limitations. Yeah, one limitation that I already encountered was I was trying to use game capture, or application capture in OBS, and it's like it can't capture games made with Chromium. So I had to use window capture instead of my usual game capture method in OBS to get the game on screen. So that was something I never had happen before. Okay, I'm gonna get my little ghost fires here. Got my 4 ghost fires. I hit tab. There we go. I'm going to hit shift. Yellow. I don't like all the creepy eyeballs looking at me through the windows. Give me my ghost fire. Alright. J. This game contains no adult content, blah 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 blah. I understand. Understood, I will be responsible for effects and consequences. I fully understand, agree, it's just for entertainment. I'm a scaredy cat. I'm playing this game to defy fault. I do not agree. Okay. All content in this game is purely fictional. If you feel uncomfortable or experience mental distress while playing, please stop it. What the fuck? Yeah, okay, I understand. Is this gonna be like Doki Doki Literature Club? Because that game I had to stop playing. Because, got a little bit too dark for me. Ran away from home and came to Tokyo to study painting for a year. My parents haven't even made a single phone call to me. I can only rely on part-time work to earn money and work steady. They never cared about me, nor did they care if I died. The last thing I remember them saying to me was, "Get out of this house, don't spend our money." Some time ago, by chance, I joined an exorcism organization set up in Tokyo by Chinese compatriots. They came to Tokyo to investigate an ancient organization that had killed many people in pursuit of immortality. It is said that this organization has existed in Japan for many years, creating many incidents of death and disappearance. While working in the store, I was spotted by my current senior sister, who invited me to join the exorcism division. Part-time exorcist income is much higher than a convenience store cashier, and I desperately need the money, so I decided to join their organization. Hello, thank you for stopping by, Leonid. Oh, I appreciate the support, thank you. Also, hello, Ray. Before I lived alone in Tokyo, destitute and almost hopeless. They are very generous and the pay is high. At least I won't die alone in my apartment anymore. Recently, there have been consecutive cases of people going missing in the Tokyo subway. The common feature of the missing person is they entered the subway station late at night, but never came out. After a week of investigation by the police, the truth came to light. These people mistakenly boarded a train from 2004. According to records, this train had long been destroyed, but now it appears late at night. Police acknowledge that this was beyond their capabilities. Our Tokyo Exorcism Division has secretly cooperated with the Japanese police for many years. The police are accustomed to directly entrusting us with such matters, no longer recklessly relying on their officers to try to solve the problem. Because in the past, when they handled similar supernatural cases by themselves, the police paid a heavy price. One second. Subway entrances have been sealed off. The crowd has been evacuated. Can we start the operation? Yes, no problem. I've boarded the target train. The first carriage has been confirmed to be clear, but opening the door to the right and entering the second carriage is starting to be beyond our comprehension. All you have to do is exorcise the paranormal phenomena in all of the cars. When you're done, you can leave the train and come back. We'll be at the subway entrance. Looking forward to your safe return. Good luck. Get it. The division assigned me to take over this mission, and after clearing the scene with the help of the police, T boarded the Phantom train to start the investigation. My cell phone rings and it's my sister who introduced me to the Exorcism Division, talking to me on video. Ugh. Xuanming, how's it going? How does it feel to be on a mission all by yourself? Are you nervous? I'm a little excited. Ha ha ha, you look weak, but you've got a lot of guts. Don't worry, the branch of the high entropy state carried out on this side of the remote sensing is level that you can handle. Moreover, the 8 trigrams talisman on your chest has been enlightened. It's a sacrifice of 10 years of someone else's life in exchange for the talisman. It is able to protect you, and even if you are in danger, it will be able to get you back. Let's rewind everything and get you back to the first compartment where the entropy is lowest. You can try again from the beginning. Also, the talisman I gave you, use it sparingly. It's very precious. If you come back from a mission with a surplus, you can exchange each one for a bonus from the department. But I seem to have been given only 10 talismans. These aren't the usual talismans you see in Taoist temples. These are real things that have been enlightened and have real spiritual power. Each one of them has been blessed with spiritual power. Each one of these talismans has a huge price to pay in exchange. In exchange for the life of a living person, or through a lot of hard work, they repeated lines there, or a lot of hard work to keep the talisman in a very low entropy or even negative entropy state. Pre-detection is known. The high entry point of your vision is no more than 10. There are no more than a few on your side. Don't worry, it will be enough. I will put them to good use. Thank you for the follow. You're a good girl. I would have accompanied you on this mission, but there's a very urgent and dangerous mission tonight. We're short-staffed, so you and I have been called in temporarily. Sorry about your side. You can only go on the mission alone. Come on, White Bun. Say hello to our little sister. Hi, Xuanming. Oh, Mr. Bai. Bao? I don't know. Bai. Be careful when you're on a despiritualization mission. Make sure you've cleared one carriage before you try to move on to the next. If you don't, your chi will be surrounded by high entropy chaotic energy and you won't survive. Just like in Go? Yes, you're very perceptive. That's a very good analogy. I have never played Go, so I have no idea. Oh. Am I gonna play Go now? What do I do? Just like Go, if you don't clear the anomaly in one compartment and directly try to move to the next compartment, then behind you and in front of you will be high entropy, anomalous aura, and your aura will fall into a siege that will eventually lead to extinction. Well, after starting the mission, the video call may now also lose signal. Whether or not you can make contact is entirely up to fate, so you'll have to improvise. What's going on? What's wrong? The buttons on your chest are falling apart again. Yeah, put your tits away, lady. I didn't even notice. Yeah, sure. Wow. Enough talk. Let's get to work. Luckily, tonight is Friday. Tomorrow we can rest. Come out part-time to drive. And we lost signal. Cell phone signal disappeared. Yeah. Turns out these talismans are from such a source. So precious. Wow. However, when I saw my sister and the others exercising demons before, they were so densely covered with many layers. It's really scary. That means the monsters we usually deal with are not on the same level as mine. It's not even on the same level. Okay, let's start the investigation. Special Talisman Sticker Gun, produced by the Chinese Spirit Exorcism Association. Enlightened talismans are processed into rolls of tape with a certain hardness and mounted on the talisman. Tape gun is equipped with a driving motor inside. And when the trigger is pressed, the motor drives the talisman device, and the axle, well, yeah, I get it, it's a tape gun. Yep, you don't gotta explain how a tape gun works, game. I know how the tape gun works, thank you. This game's over-explaining things just a little bit. Will you walk faster? Let's see. Guess I don't. No, I don't want to turn on. Fuck off. I'm just pressing shift because I want to. Okay, game. A kitty cat. Meow, little girl. Don't be in a hurry to leave. I've got something good here. Do you want to take a look? What? Is this cat talking just now? Yes, it's me talking to you. On the seat of the car in front of me, a strange-looking black cat is staring at me. Its eyes are glowing blue. Its Its tail was burning with a greenish-blue flame, and its expression was very animated when it spoke. Just like an anime or a realistic game CG. Like, it was like playing a game. How could such a creature exist in the real world? And it was really talking to me, which made me feel very surprised. I'm sure you humans won't be afraid of me when I'm like this, right? You humans are a pain in the ass. In the past, even if I suddenly appeared in my human form, people would run away screaming when they saw me. I'm sure it's no problem if I become a cat. The kitten in front of me was saying something to herself, although it looks cute. I'm still holding my talisman gun in my hand, just out of caution. I want to make a deal with you. I want the talismans you have in your hand. Hell no. Why do you want my talismans? Of course I can't give this to you. It's a tool I use to ward off evil spirits. Yeah, like you. Don't be nervous. It's a fair deal. See this twister next to me? It's my specially made twister. It's not an ordinary thing. You only need to spend one talisman at a time to make a twisted egg extraction. Perhaps the items you can acquire from it are much more valuable than the talisman in your hand. It's much more valuable than the talisman. Yeah, okay. Forget it. I'm here to work. I can't exorcise the evil spirits in a carriage without talismans, and I can't use these here. Haha, funny. If you're lucky, you'll get more powerful talismans from... Okay, it's your fucking gacha machine. Fuck off. I don't care. I don't want your gacha bullshit. No. I'm not doing it. Matter of fact, maybe I'll exorcise you, kitty cat. The Great Immortal can help you store memories with mana, after which you can go back to what to remember now. No, thank you. No, I'm truly good. Do I not have to exercise anything in this car? I couldn't use it on the cat, so... See, I'm afraid to give up one, though. Do you want to use it? Okay, I'll use one, just to see what happens. Please move the mouse, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Click the knob to twist. Clicked it. Oh, okay. I got an empty one? Are you kidding me? Wow. Fucking rip off. Screw you guys. I'm going home. Why is there water in here? What exactly happened here? I don't like that at all. Prepare to get exercised, bitch. I feel like she's gonna jump scare me. And it's gonna get me, even though I know it's gonna happen. The woman with long hair noticed that I wasn't attacking her, but instead slightly turned her head in my direction. Is it Moon? No, who is Moon? Yes, Moon is the most beautiful and adorable girl in this world. I've been waiting for Moon. I've been watching for many years. Has Moon forgotten me? No. Has Moon reincarnated? She doesn't know that I'm trapped here. Are you a vengeful spirit? You haven't attacked me. I'm here to wait for Moon. Maybe one day her soul will find me. I'm afraid you won't be able to wait for Moon. I'm an exorcist, and I've received a request to come here and expel evil spirits. I mean, don't tell her that. Just do it. I don't want to kill you. If I wanted to kill you, you wouldn't even have a chance to expel me and would die here. You would simply become another soul trapped in this chaotic vortex. The woman's voice was calm and gentle, her tone pleasant. She spoke these words without changing her expression. I already had goosebumps all over my body, and I felt the temperature in the room drop significantly. Heh, little girl, do you want to try? I mean, she's not hurting anyone. So let's keep talking. Alright, will you be able to wait for her here? This is a chaotic vortex, like a whirlpool in the sea. Many things are drawn here, including souls, and I'm trapped here and can't reincarnate. Actually, I could choose to end it myself, completely dissipate. The last remnants of consciousness would also disappear completely from this world, but I am unwilling. I've waited for such a long time, and besides crying here alone, I can do nothing. I'm very lonely, and you're the first person I've encountered. Waiting is the base color of life. Most of our life is spent waiting. I've waited for a long time, and it gets a little boring. How about you keep me company and chat for a while? Lady, I got a job to do. She seems so nice, though. The long-haired woman finally brushed aside her long hair, revealing the face beneath it. Jet black, shiny hair, pale skin, glowing crimson pupils, so beautiful that I was struck speechless. She looked at me for a moment, then smiled faintly. Her expression was somewhat sly, making my hair stand on end, as if her gaze completely penetrated me. Let's play a turtle soup? I have no idea what that is. What kind of game is this? I've never heard of it before. Let me explain the rules to you. Here's how this game's played. I'll give you a scenario, like a detective arriving at a scene and seeing the appearance of things. This scenario is the information you get. I'll ask you, what is the truth behind this? Based on this information, you deduce and guess the truth. I already know the answer. After hearing the scenario, you can ask me questions, and I'll answer yes or no. While asking questions, think and adjust your deductions to gradually approach the truth. After asking questions, you will narrate what you believe is the truth. Let's see if you can guess. Do you understand? Yeah, I get it. Okay. Although you've learned how to play, this version I'm going to play with you will be slightly different. Let me present the scenario. In an idol group, the most popular member, Moon, was exposed for having a secret relationship. After leaving the group and disappearing for several months, her dead body was discovered in a rented apartment. The cause of death? Poisoning. At the scene of her death, along with her body, was another girl, the idol group, Mio. According to the media reports, Mio and Moon were inseparable and confidants within the group. The exposed photo of Moon with her secret boyfriend was taken by none other than Mio. Shocking. Moon's secret boyfriend was an ordinary man, a low-ranking office worker. He had been Moon's high school classmate, though they were not a couple back then. Before the secret relationship was exposed, both Mio and Moon were shortlisted as potential lead actresses for a highly anticipated new film by the nation's most renowned director. They were competitors for this role. The public believed that Mio had always known the truth about Moon's relationship. Excuse me. It chose to expose it during the casting competition to secure the role for herself. 1 month after Moon was poisoned in the rented apartment, Mio died by jumping in front of a subway train the day before filming began. I thought she was found in the apartment dead. Or she not die from this? What is the truth of the matter? Well, you just gave me 2 conflicting pieces of information here, lady. You can ask questions in 2 rounds. In each round, you can choose 3 questions, yes or no. Based on my answer, piece together the truth, blah, blah, blah. Test whether you understand the truth. I will ask you 4 questions, and you must answer all of them correctly. In great detail from start to finish. Do you understand? Yeah, I guess. What is the truth of the matter? You can ask questions, 2 rounds, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you already said that. Yeah. You've already said this. I didn't ask you to repeat any of this, lady. I said I understand. What is the truth then? Oh my god. Am I stuck in a fucking loop? Oh my god. I said I understand. Why do you keep repeating it? Thank you. What is the truth of the matter? Oh my god. Did they mix these up? Yeah, they mixed up the answers. Okay. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was the game being stupid. Can I ask questions now? Long-haired sister's expression and tone suddenly turned cold and serious, creating a tense atmosphere that demanded seriousness. Her eyes also changed as she narrated the scenario. Go ahead. Here's the first round of questioning. 6 questions. Please choose 3 from them. Okay. Was the photo of Moon her boyfriend that was exposed taken by Mio? I mean, you already said it was. Were Moon and her exposed boyfriend truly in a relationship? Was Mio murdered when she died on the subway tracks? Was Moon still alive when Mio arrived at the rental apartment? Did Mio know about Moon's beginning? Was there any romantic feeling between Mio and Moon's? Ooh, that's a good question. No. Okay. Was she murdered on the subway? No. Was Moon still alive when Mio arrived at the apartment? Yes. Okay, interesting. Has the information changed your initial projection? On the second round of questioning, this will also be the final round. Was Mio killed by Moon's boyfriend? Did Mio poison Moon? No. Okay. Was their death accidental? No. I bet they decided to kill each other like it was suicide. They both decided to die. Are you Mio? You are Mio. Alright, you've asked all your questions. Okay. I must answer key questions correctly. Was Moon poisoned by Mio? No. Was Mio the one who exposed Moon's secret relationship? I'm gonna say no. Was Mio's death a suicide? I'm gonna say yes. Did Mio secretly love Moon? Maybe. Maybe they were actually in love and then they killed each other. Or committed suicide together. The long-haired sister seems surprised as if she hasn't expected me to get all the answers right. You answered everything correctly. Thank you. I didn't expect you to see through the truth. Perhaps you can truly understand me. Alright, next I'll tell you the truth of the story. For so long, I had no one to share my story with, and the world's hatred for me has never ceased. This endless hatred from a world that keeps torturing me even after my death, this resentment has gathered upon me, trapping me in this cycle. All the truths were buried with my death, never to be clarified. I will forever endure this world's hatred and misunderstanding. My soul will remain trapped here, suffering endlessly. My name is Mio, a member of the Girl Idol group. And Moon was the most beautiful and most popular member of the group. Moon was a natural idol. Her skin was as delicate and pale as porcelain, and under sunlight and stage lights, she glowed angelically. Her features seemed like a masterpiece of a top artist, a once-in-a-lifetime work worthy of worldwide acclaim. Even those beautiful women in paintings seemed less lively and exquisite compared to her. She was lively, cheerful, and full of energy, becoming the most popular top idol was only a matter of time for her. As members of the same Girl Idol group, spending every day together, she and I became inseparable, sharing everything. Day by day, I was continuously moved by her cuteness and kindness. I was a dull person with no hobbies in life. My days were gray, monotonous, and joyless. Becoming an idol was merely a way to make money and survive. I was incapable and unintelligent, unfit for other jobs. The only thing I had was a decent appearance and a tall figure. Otherwise, I might have had to return to my rural hometown to live off my parents. But Moon's presence brought unprecedented joy and happiness to my life. During those days I spent with her, no matter how exhausting the idol life training activities were, I could only feel a sense of ease and comfort standing beside her. Before long, I realized that my feelings for her went far beyond friendship. Afraid of losing her completely, there were countless times I wanted to kiss her and hug her, but I had to hold back. Just being able to stay by her side is enough, I told myself. I knew Moon would never like me in that way. She liked boys, and that was the reason I decided I could never confess. She and I shared everything, and one day during a meal, she quietly revealed a secret to me. She had started dating someone. Her partner was her high school classmate, now a company employee, an ordinary man. I listened calmly on the surface, continuing to eat, but my hands couldn't stop trembling. However, when I saw her eyes filled with anticipation and her blushing cheeks glowing with a smile, I knew she felt happy. Inside, I shed tears and smiled, clapping for her in my heart, genuinely feeling happy for her. Moon was a pitiful girl who came from a poor, single-parent family. My greatest wish was for her to be happy. Wasn't that all I wanted? Although I didn't understand why Moon, who valued her idol career more than life itself, would have a secret relationship, I believed she must have her reasons. Later, I met her boyfriend, whose name was Xiang. He was an impoverished, ordinary man with an honest personality. It was clear to me that Moon was an angel who had saved his life as well. I kept their secret and got along harmoniously with them. I had taken countless photos of adorable Moon, cool Moon, quirky Moon. Now I also captured the two of them together. A happy Moon. Why is the picture blank? Until one day, I woke up. See the phone screen flooded with news alerts and inquiries from friends and colleagues. The photos I had taken of Moon and her boyfriend had made headlines in the news and topped trending topics on various international platforms. I was completely clueless and at a loss for what to do. The headlines read, Moon, a current top idol, exposed for being in a secret relationship. All fingers pointed at me. The media and the fans believed that I had exposed Moon's secret relationship, claiming it was because Moon and I had been competing for a lead role. I had no interest in becoming the movie's lead actress, but it was true that I had taken the photos. My voice was drowned out of the tidal wave of cyberbullying, and I had no strength to resist, and I could only struggle in the ocean of abuse during the long, painful process of drowning. The overwhelming harassment in my dire situation didn't matter to me because I knew that Moon, who I couldn't contact, must be suffering 100 times more than I was. My home address was leaked online. My phone was inundated with death threats and spam messages day and night. I headed home, sleeping from morning to night, not even daring to open the door for deliveries. Moon announced her withdrawal from the group 2 days later, becoming an ordinary person. That was the only information I knew about Moon for a long time after the incident. From then on, I completely lost contact with her. Her phone number was disconnected, and she moved out of her previous address. My Moon disappeared from the world entirely, as if she had never been there. I could have endured the gray, monotonous life, but because of Moon, after the incident, returning to the same old life made me realize how unbearable it truly was. The only trace of Moon I could find was within the group itself. I returned to the group, going through training, performing, and smiling like a lifeless shell. If I could no longer see Moon, I hoped at least she could still see me. 3 months later, I received a call from an unfamiliar number. It was Moon's voice. She laughed on the phone, saying she wanted to meet me, and gave me the address of her rented apartment. Listening to her voice on the phone, I wanted to say something, but my throat felt choked. I could only desperately, unable to form a single word. When I arrived at the apartment, Moon opened the door. She, who had always been pale, now looked thin and ghostly like a mannequin. Her room and hair were messy, with trash and clothes scattered everywhere, yet she was still so beautiful, a heart-wrenching fallen angel. She welcomed me in with a smile, and at that moment I could no longer hold back. All my emotions erupted like a volcano from my chest, and I hugged her tightly. And I cried like a child. I told her the truth. I didn't leak her secret. It wasn't me. I missed her so much. I told her I couldn't live without her. She caressed my hair like a saint, smiling as she comforted me. Even if you didn't explain, even if it was you, I've already forgiven you long, long ago, she said. Moon told me she broke up after leaving the group. She later developed severe depression, shutting herself indoor every day. She knew that the idol career was now utterly ruined and that was the root of her pain and depression. Yes, I always knew dating meant nothing compared to her obsession of becoming the perfect idol. One person can bring so much happiness and motivation to others. That's why I wanted to become an idol. Reuniting with her, I felt it was finally time to confess my feelings, and I hugged her tightly and told her, I like you so much, and she replied, I like you the most too. I looked in her eyes and said, no, I love you. Her eyes widened for 2 seconds. I told her how much I had loved her all along, how I had truly fallen for her, and how much effort I had put into hiding my feelings for her, and I couldn't stop talking. She smiled, tears streaming down her face. You're the most important person in my life, Mio, she said. At that moment, all the pain and resentment dissipated, and I felt like the happiest person on earth. Oh, I guess she was already poisoned at that point. But then blood began to trickle from her lips, and she suddenly coughed, spitting out a mouthful of blood on the floor. It all happened so abruptly, without any foreshadowing. I called you here because I wanted to see you one last time, Mio. Before you came, I had already taken poison, But I couldn't stop worrying about you. I wanted you to know I never blamed you. I wanted to see the person I cared about the most before I died. Damn, like, if Mio doesn't, like, just hadn't decided to kill herself after this, she'd probably be framed for her murder, too. Like, goddamn, why would you do that to her? She had no choice but to kill herself after this. I couldn't hear a single word. My ears were ringing the whole time. Yes, why didn't I think of it? She was Moon, the one who valued her idol career more than life itself. She could no longer be an idol after leaving the stage. Her life naturally began to wither, so she's suddenly wanting to meet me. It had to be for a reason. The reason was that she had already decided to leave this world. She simply wanted to see me before she left to make sure I wouldn't blame myself for her departure. I mean, you ended up killing yourself too. So I don't really feel like that was a great move on her part. Like, nobody wants to see their friend die. Like, what the fuck? That was kind of selfish of her, actually. It was so sudden, yet it made so much sense. Why didn't I think of it? So sudden, so logical. Why didn't I think of it? Moon died in my arms. Last person she looked at in her life was me. Later, the police and reporters arrived, shouting loudly, the figures of paramedics and officers running around me. The flashing lights of reporters' cameras all played out like a side... Oh, so she didn't die in the apartment. She threw herself in front of the subway later. Okay. I misunderstood that earlier, or maybe it was written incorrectly. And I, like a wind-up doll that had lost its ring, sat there, lifeless in body and spirit, collapsing into a heap. At the police station, I sat there like a block of wood, blankly answering questions. Even before the investigation results were released, the news and internet had already... Yep, saw that coming. As the murderer who killed Moon, a venomous and malicious woman. I didn't care about any of that. I was so dumb I couldn't even form an expression, unable to react to Moon's death. Even if the police sentenced me to murder and locked me in prison, I wouldn't have cared. Because without Moon, I was already imprisoned in the jail of life itself. The coroner's report and hallway surveillance proved there was insufficient evidence to convict me of Moon's murder, but that wasn't the story the internet or media wanted to hear. A week later, Moon's former boyfriend, Zhang, knelt before me. His hands and face pressed firmly to the ground as he solemnly said, "I'm sorry." He said it was he who had willingly sent Moon's secret relationship photos to the media, never imagining things would spiral into this. That asshole. His lips were pale, his eyes hollow, and his words trembled as he spoke, his emotions overwhelming him to the point of sobbing several times, struggling to form complete sentences, and I just listened blankly and expressionless. He told me back in high school, Moon was ostracized and bullied by her classmates for her extraordinary beauty and kindness. Because she came from a single-parent family, the malice towards her knew no bounds. The pure malice shadowed Moon's entire middle school's life, and she was always alone. Often bullied and mistreated, and yet she still smiled at others. One day, a group of girls in her grade grabbed her by the hair and slammed her head against the wall. It was then that the upperclassman, Zhang, stepped in to protect her. At the time, he was handsome, outstanding, sunny, and academically excellent. He was respected by all students in the school. Moon survived a peaceful period under his protection, although their interaction at that time was limited to just that. Moon always remembered in her heart that the world was complicated, and after graduating and studying in Tokyo, Zhang was laid off from his company, and the pressures of life crushed him. At that moment, an already famous idol, Moon happened to run into him and extended her angelic hand to help. Rather than saying she was dating B, it's more accurate to say that she was saving me, he said. Moon had always been stalked and watched by obsessive fans. Some even rented apartments in the building opposite her residence to spy on her, and as a result, she developed a habit of keeping the curtains drawn even during the day. I keep my curtains drawn in my apartment. I don't want fucking people creeping on me. Not long ago, Moon wanted to go to the convenience store late at night. When she opened her door, she found a man kneeling at her doorstep, pressing his head against the door and listening to the sounds inside. The same horrifying scenarios weren't new to her. That is creepy as fuck. She told me about it in her messages, saying she was very scared. I was furious and I couldn't stand it, but due to her status as an idol and the paparazzi constantly lurking, I couldn't be by her side to protect her. I mean, just let her hire you as a security guard or something. I don't know. He cried as he apologized to me repeatedly, saying he wished for Moon to live a peaceful life as an ordinary person. He wished Moon would never endure such dangerous situations again, and he wished to stay by her side to protect her. If Moon had starred in the lead role of the movie, she would have undoubtedly become even more famous, and her life would drift farther and farther away from his. Said he was too selfish, so he decided to expose their relationship before she started filming the movie. He hoped she would stop being an idol and live a quiet life with him instead. That's not your decision to make, my guy. But everything that happened afterward, as well as the breakup, made him realize he had made a terrible mistake. He hadn't even had the courage to confess to Moon that he was the one behind it all. And after that, Moon disappeared, and he never saw her again until he heard of her death. This story is fucking sad. You don't understand Moon's heart at all, was the last thing that I said to him. Before she went and jumped in front of a subway, and now she's trapped in the subway forever. The days became increasingly unbearable for me, and I grew solitary and withdrawn, unable to smile at others like Moon could in her painful and humiliating life. One day I went to visit her grave, and when I tried to buy her favorite character merchandise at a gift shop, I suddenly couldn't remember her favorite character or color. Even though I used to know these things, I broke down in the gift shop, crouching and crying uncontrollably. Moon was fading away from my world. Is there an afterlife or a spirit world? Even if there's only a 1 in a million chance, I want to go to the world where Moon exists. Finally, at a subway station on impulse, I jumped onto the tracks, ending my dull and unremarkable life. But after my death, all the truths would forever remain unknown to the public. People's comments on my death were as expected. Guilt drove her to suicide. That venomous woman who killed Moon to steal her the lead role in the movie. They mocked, but Moon really wasn't idol material, was she? Secretly dating like that. Being an idol must be really lonely. Ha ha ha. What a bunch of fucking assholes. I couldn't endure such rumors anymore, nor could I let the truth be revealed to the world. Thank you for coming and listening to my story. Even if you're the only one who knows. The long-haired sister finished her story and started smiling at me. I wanted to say something, but my throat tightened and no words came out. She just looked at me gently, and then I noticed her form starting to become ethereal. Her once solid figure turned into a faint shadow. Well, I'm glad I helped her find peace. I haven't even used a talisman yet. Maybe if I listened to her story, she could finally find some peace. That is what seems to be the case, yes. Well, I guess I can move on, even though I didn't technically exercise anything, but, I mean, she's not here anymore, so it should be okay. Ooh, flame. So bright, a bit dazzling. What's going on with this carriage? Am I outside now? This carriage looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. It has actually become overgrown with weeds, and what is on the ground? I feel a strange itching and burning sensation all over my skin. My eyes are also stinging a bit. There are giant oh, that's radiation. That's great. Russian. Chernobyl train. Oh shit. I'm gonna fucking die in here. I'm gonna die. Can you move, Mr. Cockroach? I need to get out of here. Yeah, I need to put that on immediately. Gas max and Geiger counter. Yep, equipped it now. Alright, maybe I won't fucking die now. I'm gonna fucking die, for sure. Yeah. Exorcism failed. Because of radiation. What the actual fuck? What? I'm not dead. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're starting over. Fucking cat ripping me off. No, I don't care. Shut up. I don't have any spirit flames. Leave me alone. I have to listen to her story again. I really don't want to go through that again. Oh no, we're back in the radiation train. Yeah, blah blah blah. Let's go. I gotta get the gas mask before I die. Can you walk faster, lady? Okay. Yeah. Maybe I won't fucking die now. Oh my god. Oh my god, get away from me. I need to exercise something. There's a teddy bear. Fuck. Is that anti-radiation panties? Oh my god. Ah! I want the flame. I'm gonna fucking die in here. I need to avoid the cockroaches. Shit. Ow, goddamn. Oh, fuck you. Next to the skeleton is a handwritten letter. I don't want to read all that. Come on. Oh my god, they really did it. They really pressed the button and launched those damn nuclear bombs to end it all. It's unbelievable. This is no joke. Did the enemy launch first? Are they kids? Or have the people gone insane to the point of losing their minds? They actually used the lives of everyone in the world to play this ridiculous war game with them. But it's too late to say anything now. I never thought that when the world was ending, I would be sitting alone on this train with a bottle of red wine and a music player, intending to celebrate finally getting rid of that damn job. The sky outside is filled with missiles trailing fire like a beautiful meteor shower, and those small suns from nuclear explosions are slowly rising from the horizon. It seems I won't make it home, nor reunite with my family. I once imagined what I would do when the world ended, whether I would gather with my family to pray or confess my long-hidden feelings to that girl. Reality is so absurd. I'm sitting alone on the train, the only passenger in the carriage. Well, people come to this world alone and leave alone. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's play some music. The alarms outside are annoying. Might as well celebrate here. What's the use of being sad or crazy? Don't our people always maintain a positive and optimistic attitude in any desperate situation? Elegant music with red wine, perfect for the current atmosphere, right? Cheers to myself, to this absurd world, and to this lonely apocalypse. That's fucking sad, dude. Radio is playing classical music, but it seems strange. Attached talisman. Well, hopefully the radio has disappeared, the cockroaches on the ground have also disappeared, and the feeling of radiation is gone. Even my gas mask is missing. Seems the anomaly has been cleared. Those cockroaches were so big and they were the strong radiation sources. It really gave me goosebumps. So terrifying. Well, I guess that solves it. There's a signal on my phone. A video call is back to normal. Zuan Ming, is everything going smoothly? Compared to the initial confusion, I feel a bit more adapted now. I knew you had great talent. Maybe in a few years, when your senior brother Bai is gone, you can also become a pillar. Filling in the personnel gap in Tokyo. He's gone? What do you mean? Nothing. It's only that I have 3 years left to live. What? About to pass away. Why? The price. He led several large-scale exorcism actions, sealing very powerful demons at the cost of his own lifespan. Is that why you all have white hair? Don't be fooled by his dull appearance. He is the top exorcist assigned to Japan. He's famous worldwide and even has many fans within the circle. With a bright smile. Ding. Alright, back to work. I mean, you're the one interrupting me. Is that... No wonder senior sister said that Bao is a workaholic and suicidal. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Okay, I'm gonna go get my little flame over here. Can I interact with the teddy bear? No? Okay, I guess it's time to leave. What wonders await us next? Okay, very pink in here. I don't like that at all. I'm not a fan of that. Hello, Mr. Creepy Clown. Are you gonna tell me a story like that other lady? Hee come to play a few games with Clown Kaiji. How about that? Directly stick the talisman. I don't like you at all. Sure, what are we gonna play? I'm feeling bored and these characters are so dull. Haha, brave, good guy. Victory is never accidental. The winner is always the one who has been preparing to win. I hope I don't lose. The rules of the game are very simple. At the beginning, you have 1,000 points. You need to click on the left first to pay, enter the score you want to pay. It can be any number. The score will be deducted. Then the game can begin. You see the gold button on the right. Click the gold button. The 3 dices will be rolled one by one, producing random results. After rolling 3 dice, 1 wheel, the results of the 3 dice are all large numbers, which means they're all greater than 3. You win. In each round of victory, you can earn points for the effort. If you put in double the profit. As long as your total score accumulates 100,000 points, you finally win. Clown Kaiji is very trustworthy, and I'm willing to take risks and accept losses. You are at your disposal. Even if you use talismans to drive me away, I won't resist. However, if one of the 3 times is a decimal, then this round is considered a failure. The points you have paid will be deducted and you will not receive anything. When your score is negative, you lost the round. These are the rules of the game. I mean, as long as you're not going to kill me. Games are always unfair, but players must feel that they are fair in order to be fun. I've prepared some other good things to help you, which will make this game more enjoyable and add fun. During 2 intervals of rolling dice, you can use effect items. Pay times 2, double up, okay. Greater risk means greater return. Even if the cost doubles, it's still highly worth using. In addition, these are the function buttons on the right. They can be used your own score to purchase. Okay, get higher scores. The game becomes much more interesting. Okay, and I have like 3 rounds to win. If you lose 3 times, don't blame me for not being polite. Oh, he's gonna eat me if I lose. There, yeah. Yep, there it is. There it is. He's gonna eat me if I lose. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay. Oh my god. How much am I paying to start? Let's do 500 to start. I'm gonna lose like half and get them the fuck up. Start rolling. You can only use effect items during the 2 intervals between rolling 3 dice. Okay. How do I roll? Okay. That's good, right? Fuck. I mean, that's bad. I need above 3. So I just automatically lose after the 2nd roll? Okay, I need to lower this number or I'm gonna fucking lose. Start rolling. Yeah. This game feels like it's highly unfair. Yeah. Yeah. 15 times profit, huh? Am I feeling lucky? Fuck! God damn it. Oh wait, no, did I win? I don't understand this game at all. Start rolling, yada yada. I got a 1. Uncaught type error, cannot... Okay, I guess my game crashed. That's awesome. I love when my games crash, don't you? Well. As much as I don't exactly like that being the end of my stream, I was gonna wrap things up after I finished this, although I was probably gonna lose and he was probably gonna fucking eat me. Let's be honest. But I was only gonna stream for an hour and it's been almost an hour. But to those of you watching, thank you for stopping by. I thought, or I hope you found this interesting. The game was on sale for like $4 and I'd had it on my wish list for a while, so I figured I'd get it and check it out. I've been playing a lot of visual novel type games lately. Like, watch me stream my mental breakdown, love internet murder magic. So I might try this one again though, because out of those two or out of those three games, I think this one was like the most interesting gameplay wise. So I might give this one a try again, but I wasn't really interested in trying the other two again. They were kind of boring to be honest. But yeah. Um that was Subway Exorcist Girl. And is even though the translations in it are kind of bad. Oh god. Crypt Custodian is on sale. I just got an email. How much is it on sale for? $12. It's only $20 total though, but they made the same makers of Crypt Custodian also made a game that I really liked called Islets. I think I have a couple videos on my YouTube from me playing that. But Islets I really enjoyed, and I've had Crypt Custodian on my wish list for a while. I do want to play that, but I also have a lot of other games that I need to finish. Like I gotta finish Out of Sight, and maybe someday I'll revisit Alice Madness Returns. I feel like I have a lot of unfinished things, and I need to stop doing that. But it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to check out this game tonight, and I figured I'd try the vertical live stream again. So thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.